G'day, Luckiest Baarrstedd, Australia here. Today is a special day. Today we're making Cowboy baked beans. Got special cans of beans here, the English recipe. Two of, because they're just not very big cans. Now this is really special. This is an old recipe. This is one that we're doing for you. So I've ordered my old wind cheater. I've had this for about 12 or 15 years and it's absolutely bloody beautiful. I've had a couple of scotches. This is a so this is a recipe originally done by good old Auntie A, who's behind the camera. Good on you, love. That's the missus. And this is my little take on it. It's a good camping recipe. All of my recipes are good camping recipes, really. One pot stuff. Let's get on with it. This pan's warming through. Bit of oil. Get that warmed up. Now look, I've cut up some gear here. There's a bit of onion, a bit of bacon. I had some leftover yellow bits of capsicum from another job. Stuffed capsicums I did the other day. Bit of red capsicum, bit of mushroom. But you can put anything in there. You can put a bit of old chop, whatever veggies you got left over, whatever you want to do, all right? So that's looking all right in there. I'll bung all that in. Once again, nothing fancy here. Seasoning, bit of NaCl, the old sodium chloride. Not the fancy stuff, just the normal stuff you get from the supermarket. So that. They put salt in the baked beans, but you can never have too much salt, I reckon. Bit of pepper. And because I like a bit of chilli, I've got some crushed chilies here. Once again, not fancy stuff, just normal stuff from the supermarket. I'll be a bit careful with these though. Little sprinkle of those, should be alright. Get that turned over. I'll put that down to 600 because I don't want that in burning. All we want to do is just get that ticking over. Get it coated up with the seasonings. On the way a little bit. And this is simple, but the simplest of simplest dishes you can possibly imagine. What we do now, the magic ingredient, the old Heinz baked beans. We all had this as kids, and there's nothing wrong with this. You know, you don't have to eat fancy stuff every night. Are you getting me in there, love?
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. Good.
That's important.
You don't have to have fancy stuff every night. We've been all over the world. We've eaten fancy stuff, and I tell you what, we can't wait to get home and have the old beans on toast. This is a nice little twist on it. Oh, chops, yeah, chops and salad and chips, veggies, whatever. But this is baked beans. I'm going to get this first can, bung her in there. So these are only smallish sort of cans, so I'm going to put 2 cans in there.
It's just for one.
Yeah, right. Now you could feed a couple with this. There's something timeless and flavourful about beans, baked beans. Look at that. Get in there. Bloody lovely. I'm going to let that tick over a little bit. Because all the stuff that's in there, like the capsicum, it doesn't hurt for the capsicum to be a bit crunchy. And the mushroom, you know, whatever. So we'll just let it warm through a bit. Now, just before, or you know, just not long before I serve it, I'll put these tomatoes in. I don't want them to break down and turn into mush. All I want to do is just warm them through, so you got tomatoes in there, nice, you know, things that look and taste like tomatoes. When I cut this up, I just cut out the core, then wedged them up. Got a bit of cheese here. Any old cheese will do. This was a bit of Swiss that I had in the fridge, just grated up. That'll go on at the point of service. It's seasoned up. Salt, pepper and chilli. So it should taste alright. I've got a wee scotch here, just to keep me going. Cowboy baked beans, I tell you what. Nothing wrong with that, is there? You can have fancy stuff, but there's nothing wrong with baked beans neither.
Sparkly.
Hey?
Sparkly.
Well, we could say that. Dad used to say, I'm up here, love. Hello? One of the things that Dad said to me one day, he said, well, I've had a whole plate of baked beans this morning, but she hasn't got wind of it yet. That's a bit of the old Meikle humour coming through. What do you think about that, love?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I bet.
Is that
All
nice?
right. Well,
Is that a nice slurry?
yeah, it's just a nice slurry. Look at that. And it's not exactly difficult, is it?
No.
Bit of heat, bit of leftover, whatever you got. I've got bacon, onion, capsicum, mushroom in here, but
I'm a genius.
hey,
I'm a genius.
I'm a genius, or homogeneous, or homogeneous, or homogeneous. All the same. It's all mixed in there.
Smells nice.
Thanks, love. That's not what you'll be saying later.
No.
Never mind. All right, so we'll go temporarily clear and come back when it's service time. Right? Good. Okay, so we're back. We've got the slurry going with the baked beans and all the other gear. Got some tomatoes here. I'm going to bung those in. Once again, I'm not getting too carried away with cooking the tomatoes. Get them warmed through, and then when they go onto the dish, which is just a couple of bits of Italian style toast here, they'll just be warmed up. Warmed through, they'll still be like a tomatoey shape. I had a wee taste before, and the chili's coming through, all the seasonings are coming through. That is very, very nice. Now, I'll tell you now, you know, we've been around a bit. You know, we've travelled overseas and all the bloody rest of it. But it's still nice to come home to normal stuff. Normal stuff that you can get from the supermarket. You cook up yourself. You don't need to get fancy. You don't need McDonald's and all that bloody crap if you don't really want it. No, sorry, it's not crap, but you know what I mean. You can eat normal stuff like this. So it warms through a bit more. Bring a bit of cheese on top. So I'm not trying to cook these tomatoes so they cook down. I'm simply just going to warm them through so you still get the feeling of of a tomato in there. Pick out a suitable serving spoon, which looks like this one here. Oh, that's a bit as your father. I have to give you a bit of a clean up. Otherwise, we got bloody Cowboy baked beans and dust. Cowboy dust to go with it. We'll give it a good wipe round.
It's better than horse shit.
Yeah, sorry. Well, bullshit.
Well, you've got plenty
Something I'm
of
pretty good at. So that's now clean. Yes, no worries. Good. All right. So We get a couple of bits of nice Italian bread. Turn that off. Everything's cooked through. Get a nice little dollop or two of that on there. Look at that. And then get a little delicate serving of cheese on there.
Under the grill.
Well, you can if you want to. You can set it on the grill and melt that down. But I'm quite happy with it like it is. So there you go. Rough and ready, Cowboy baked beans. And there's another serve there.
Lunch tomorrow.
Lunch tomorrow or whenever. Thank you very much. We're going clear with our Cowboy baked beans and scotch. Thank you.